Hi, Caleb with Brownells here, and in today's product spotlight, we're going to be taking a look at the SCP from Forward Control Designs. The SCP stands for SOTAR Cam Pin, and then the S standing for SOTAR. SOTAR actually stands for something else, and that is School of the American Rifle. If you're not familiar with SOTAR and the stuff they've been doing just in the AR-15 community or just firearm community in general, Chad over there at SOTAR has been doing some awesome stuff. I was super excited to see this collaboration, and now I get to share that excitement with you guys. So, SOTAR is the company that, what's the best way to describe them? I mean, if you wanted to go to an AR-15 armor course and just know as much as possible about the AR-15, SOTAR would be the place to do it. Chad over there, super knowledgeable guy, have a ton of respect for the guy, especially in just the AR-15 world. He's doing great things. I know I said that already, but I'm going to keep saying it. So, let's talk about the actual product now. So the product itself is a AR-15 cam pin, and looking at it, you may think like, that's nothing outside the box for cam pins. But what I can say about this cam pin is that it is machined and gauged to the tightest of tolerances, and the spec on it is exactly what it needs to be. And this will drop into your existing bolt carrier group. I know a lot of y'all are watching this right now, and this is kind of where we see a little bit of a difference in opinion based on firearm knowledge, which this isn't meant to insult anybody by any means. I mean, I'm glad everybody is into AR-15s, and hopefully you can pick something up from this video. So here's the deal. All of the guys who are maybe novice or less experienced builders, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, they're going to look at this and be like, well, why do I need this cam pin? That's silly. My bolt comes with a perfectly good cam pin. I just bought a whatever price bolt, and there's no way I'm going to change a cam pin on it. So here's the deal. The more experienced builders, more knowledgeable AR-15 guys, they're going to look at this and are going to be like, awesome, that's a great idea. And here's why. Here's why that whole knowledge gap even exists there. So I'm just going to go ahead and disassemble this bolt real quick. Take out this standard cam pin. And without putting any actual gauges or micrometers or anything like that on them, they look exactly the same, with the exception of that dimple in the top. Alright, so that dimple in the top is nothing more than an indexing mark. Okay, so that indexing mark allows you to put the cam pin in facing the same direction every single time. And you'll notice there, got it in there. Okay. So if you always put that dimple to the front every time you reassemble your bolt carrier group, that cam pin is now going to wear evenly in your bolt carrier group. So if you got a bolt with a lot of rounds through it and you've never taken that cam pin out, or if you've only taken it out a handful of times, you'll notice that it's wearing unevenly on one side, which is what cam pins do. That's perfectly fine. That's how it's supposed to be. There's no way to make a cam pin that doesn't wear. They're all going to wear. So what happens whenever you put that cam pin in, shoot a bunch of rounds, it starts wearing on one side, disassemble your bolt, clean it, then without even thinking about it, you put that cam pin back in. Now it's facing the other direction, and now it wears like crazy on that side. Here's what's going to happen. So now that it's worn on one side, it's wearing on the other side. Now the tolerances on it are absolute garbage because the cam pin and the bolt weren't wearing together. It wore down basically on both sides, so now it's a little bit looser in there, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but that's going to increase the wear on the rest of your bolt carrier group, because all those moving parts, the bolt, everything, they all depend on this cam pin. This cam pin's holding everything together. If that's wearing unevenly, the rest of your bolt carrier group's going to be wearing unevenly. I know it maybe sounds more nuanced than anything, but I promise this will literally increase the life of your AR-15 by increasing the life of that bolt carrier group. So that's why this is a really cool product. Hopefully, if you didn't know all that stuff I spilt before just now, hopefully you learned something. If not, hopefully you're a believer in this product. I mean, I know I've seen a lot of guys out there, the more knowledgeable builders, they'll actually, when they get a new bolt carrier group, they'll put an index mark on the front of that cam pin. And I feel like there's not enough people out there spreading this type of knowledge. I know SOTAR is one of them. Chad's doing a great job at it, spreading this type of knowledge that isn't really readily known. So, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.